the end their eyes are opened. At the beginning their hearts are dull and slow and listless and impenetrable. And by the end of the story, their hearts are ablaze with divine life. What a great movement of the story. But you know what? It's not a story of consolation. This is not Jesus saying, oh, I am so sorry for your loss. Let me pat you on the back and we'll have a little crying session here. That's all fine and dandy. But in this story, what happens? Their eyes are opened, their hearts are cracked wide, they see the reality of divine love with them, and they're spun around in their tracks so fast their heads spin. And they are sent straight back into the thick of it, into the fire, into the heart of the city, and all the politics and ambiguity and complexity, etc., 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 that is there. If you want to find life, Jesus tells them, that is the way. Tell you what, I can't think of a more timely image for any of us. And not just at this particular intersection in the Iliff community. Let me tell you, in our world. Do you know, in all of my ordained ministry, which has been over 35 years at this point, I cannot remember a time when I have heard more people, clergy and lay alike, voice their concern, their anxiety, and their fear about the real challenges and the life and death issues that we are facing collectively in this country and in this world. The brittle polarization, the single identity politics of our culture is obvious. Sociologists observe that people now tend to move into neighborhoods of people who agree with their own political views. Surveys reveal a widening gap between right and left on the political spectrum. In his book, The Dignity of Difference, Rabbi Jonathan Sachs laments the fact that we no longer broadcast, we narrowcast. We only go to those news outlets, those media touch points that share our political views and points of belief. It is a phenomenon that leaves us all living in a kind of self-imposed and self-reinforcing echo chamber of our own making. How about that? Self-selected and self-reinforcing isolationism. So think about the image. Think about the story. Think about the direction that love calls us. Whoever would follow him, this is not the way into life. Our church does not need more churches retreating into themselves. Our world does not need more people living in fear and lashing out in anger. Our world needs people of depth and substance, real heart, true courage, who will do the hard work of living in true, courageous, abundant, death-conquering, peace-making, and life-giving love. People like you. People like me. People who know the truth of the resurrection, that love always wins. Amen.